Hello traders, Matt here with another market analysis video, and in today's video I'm going to talk about what I'm looking for, some interesting tidbits to look at as far as the market is concerned, what I'm looking for this week, and what we did last week. So I wanted to start out with this chart. I think it's interesting. I like to start out with the crypto total market cap chart, and if we look at this, we're right at highs pretty much for the crypto total market cap. To take a similar pattern, it would be right here. You have this area was a little higher than this area, but it basically did the same thing. It found this high, it sold off a little bit, and now it's coming back to it. So if we look at it, you had this high, smaller than this high, sold off. This was much sharper than this, but there was less liquidity in the market here. It did buy up, it chopped around a little, and when it took out this high, it kind of left it behind, which was very, very interesting. Right now, the target is somewhere around like 5 to 8 trillion market cap. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's kind of like the target area. Could be 4 to 8, but I'm looking at 5 to 8. But we'll have to look at it once this high does break. But I thought it was very interesting just to compare these two patterns, just because everything's really fractal in nature. You had this high being made, obviously, this one, but this high was made a low, came up. This low was higher than this low, and then it came out and broke. Same thing. It got close to this high, sold off. This low is much higher than this low. It's not even close, and then price started pushing up. I thought it was very, very interesting to show, and it just kind of gives a nice little take. Wanted to show the Bitcoin dominance real quick. I know a lot of people care about this chart. For me, a little less so, but it is interesting. I feel that this is a move. This is another move. So, if this were to chop around a little bit and then make another high, that would be ideal in my opinion. We'll see what actually does transpire with it. But I do feel that, we're probably somewhere between 64 and 67 maybe. I know a lot of people were calling 60%. Oh, it's done. It's here. I'm a trader first. I do analysis and I look at stuff, and sometimes it's right and sometimes it's wrong, and I really don't care. I just want to be on the right side of the trade itself. So that's really where I'm coming from. But 64, 67 is kind of what I would be looking for here for Bitcoin dominance to kind of top out. I think that's an interesting spot, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Let's go down to a Bitcoin chart. I think this is very interesting, and I can highlight what I am looking for. Let's zoom out, and this is where I'm at. If this is going to be the bull market that we think it's going to be, then we have a 1, 2, a 3, a contracted 4 here, and then we have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 started breaking out. I wanted to see 90,000 hit. It got hit very briefly last night, and now we're starting to see price chop around a little bit. Ideally, I would like to see price just take off and make one more high. I think that would be kind of cool. However, if it just chopped sideways and stayed over that 82 area, that would be okay in this count. I would rather to see it stay over that 84,877, 84,800, and then move up and make another high, and then chop around and move up, come down, move up again. Are these highs in concrete? Definitely not. Nothing's concrete in the market. Everything can move and things change. But right now, this is kind of what I'm looking for. I wanted to see it get over this 91, 92K, ideally, just because that would show that we're probably going to have a stronger market. However, it can move around. 5 can be extended. Usually in commodities, 5 waves do extend. In crypto, it's similar. 5 waves can extend. So that's something to keep an eye on. But that's really what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. I did show a chart last week, SPX in gold, and this kind of goes with the crypto total market cap that I showed earlier. Let me zoom out here. Let me go to weekly, and if we look at it, the tech bubble made a top. We haven't got there. So this was in 2000. 24 years ago. Soon to be 25. The market has been steadily moving up, which is good. And now, we want to see where can it go from here. Jump down to a daily and we can look at it a little more closely. And this is really what we're looking for. Let me zoom out a little more. So we have this high here, this high. Those are our first 2 levels, and then this high, and then it should be able to start to run if that's what's going to actually happen. Maybe a weekly chart is what I should have done. Okay, this is what we need. And we can look at it here. Just using candlestick analysis, this looked good. Market moved up. This was a nice candle. Market moved up. Decent candle. Market moved up. I don't know what that is. Here we have a nice candle, and so far followed by another nice candle. This is this week, current week. So yesterday and pre-market price action so far. And now how is this week going to close? What's going to happen? Can it get over this high? This high? Those are going to be questions that I'm really interested in finding out. If we go to the SPX, jump down to the daily and fix the chart a little bit, zoom in, zoom out, move over. Okay, so this is where I am at. We had a 1, 2, and a 3. I think we're still working on it. And, I would like to see 6,100 tagged, maybe a little higher, but so far it's looking fairly okay. What am I looking for? Right here. Okay, so far it's looking fairly okay. Eventually we're going to have this pullback, but it's going to move right back up. So I would think that this is probably going to chop around, maybe go a little higher for December, and then in January we have our little pullback, and then probably February, March-ish, something like that. And I'm just pulling out estimations. Have a nice move up for this. And where does this end? Does it end around here? I think it's probably a little bit higher, especially if 3 extends a little bit. When it comes down, we're probably going to push over this purple line, over 65, 6,600 maybe. But those are estimations. So that's what I'm looking for with that. I think right now, really interested to see what Bitcoin is doing here. Is it going to be able to, hold higher here? Is it going to come down a little more? What is going to play out with that? And that should really give us a interesting story as how the markets are actually going to play out. So it's going to be very, very interesting. This week's going to be a lot of fun and should give us a lot of volatility. And that's, one thing I think is going to be interesting. Let's look at that real quick. So far, we did have some, volatility over here. And then after the election, you can see there really hasn't been any volatility. People are feeling comfortable. They're very happy. They feel good about their money being invested and, where everything's going. So that's, good to see. especially if you are an investor, of which I am. So anyway, with that, if you did enjoy the video, you can always comment down below if you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything you want to see going forward. I am going to start covering more projects as we're, progressing with the YouTube channel. So with that, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you in the markets. Take care.